you should start by saying how this process came to be.
It came from necessity, actually. We have a company in Mexico City, and we moved to New York, trying to expand our borders, and trying to find some way to bring our theater and our artists to New York, and the other way around too, to bring people from New York to Mexico City and start a conversation. And so this piece was developed in Mexico with a different need.
The Spanish
language version from a friend of us, Daniel Jimenez Cacho and Laura Almera. They invented the concept, so it's not our idea, but it's a different approach. Because first we have different needs. We had to learn it in English. The English is not our first language. We hardly speak it, you see. so for us it was a different idea. The space is much smaller in here, and we had to adapt to the space. The original idea was just to draw on the walls of a theater, but this specific spot we have here didn't have these walls, so we had to build them. And I think it's also different because part of the idea is that you are actors working on a piece, so you develop your character from who you are. I think that makes the biggest difference. You know, I have to develop my character from Anna, and you get to see Anna from time to time, and then you get to see a little Antonietta, and then it's Anna Antonietta. So it can never be the same thing. And also Antonio and Daniel. You know, you have to partir.
You have to start from.
To start from who you are. The difficult part was the directing, because we are directing ourselves. That's the way they did it there. So the premise of the show is you have to direct yourself, and you have to be self-dependent here. So we fought a lot.
That was
the worst part.
Visual aspect to the show, and I was just wondering, was it the same way in Mexico? Was it done with chalk on the walls inside the theater? And was that also between that and the sound design? I think I know what Rodrigo Espinosa is from the Garage Galeria.
Oh yeah, he did another show here in the Garage.
Okay, so.
But Rodrigo, he works for Milagro in Mexico. He did the sound design in Mexico, and he came with the support of the institute and did the specific sound design that we needed for this place. He did that, and yes, the shock idea was done not exactly the same, probably different paintings.
They are much better artists.
Come on! You're gonna be impressed! But yes, that's the way they did it. But the place was huge, really, really huge. It was not as an intimate piece as it is in here.
I think there's two ways to approach a translation. I think all translations on some level are adaptations. And one thing I didn't want to do as a translator was to cuddle the audience. I feel that in New York City, a lot of productions, the translation is such an adaptation so that everybody understands everything. And I think that is important in this, I'm talking about theatrical translation. When you see that a piece, that to understand that whatever you're seeing here is not happening here, and it's not happening now. And these people, even though they speak English and it has to be understandable, it doesn't have to necessarily be exactly the way it is spoken here in New York today. And I think that sometimes people translate that way, and I don't necessarily agree with that.
The piece is about fascism, right? But what is fascism? And I think one of the things about fascism is try to impose your will onto the other one. And we did that a lot while developing. So I think if we
discovered we were fascist.
And we create sometimes a not very pleasant atmosphere. And I think that if we get to do something similar next time, we're going to be more mature, and we're gonna. And that was a big learning experience.
Yes.